Geologic timescale. Can you imagine how index fossils help the scientists like paleontologists and geologists in defining or determining geologic timescale of the Earth? According to Andrew Alden, 2019, a geologist based in Oakland, California, worked as research guide for the U.S. Geological Survey. Every fossils tell us different stories about what age or how old of the rock is. One of them is the index fossils. They are the ones that tell us most. These are fossils used by the scientists to define or explore periods of the geologic time. Fossils in relation to geological manner are the earliest mineralized organisms, plants, animals, and remnants of the past of geological timescale or period. They may have been ossified but are still identifiable or noticeable. Moreover, paleontology is the study of the life on our planet based on fossils. Paleontologists use fossil remnants to study and develop hypotheses or answer to understand variety of disappearing or extinct living organisms. Every fossil contains information about a certain organism's life and its environment. Example of it is the growth rings of tree, or much common name is rings of a tree. Every ring of the tree is equivalent to 1 year. The many the rings, the older is the tree. Another is the oysters that are fossilized, hardened, can also help the paleontologists to distinguish how long does the oyster live. Example of the ring of the oysters or a tree is thicker, the environment is more favorable to them to live, while if the ring is thinner, it is only indicate that their environment is not favorable, too hot or too cold for them to grow. National Geographic 2020. Prehistorical resources or fossils are any evidence of preserved life in such geologic era. Fossils are tangible, perceptible by touch, that link to life, topographies, and climates from history. It also tells us what kind of life is there before, changes of climates, weathers, and the kind of environment that organisms live in the past. History of Earth through geologic time. Geological time scale. It is a dating of geological strata in a chronological manner to time and used by the scientists to describe the timing and involvement of events that has a connection to Earth history. The study of the planet Earth from the start up to present is a task of a geologist to unveil the happenings that molds the planet today. Our planet carries geological history of events that can be seen on rock layers. These layers of rock follow the order of the oldest, which is located at the bottom, and the youngest is at the top layers. With this kind of order, geologists were able to distinguish or study the rock age relative to one another. By putting up all the layers together, scientists have worked out what is called stratigraphic column or record of the rock ages. To simplify the chunks of geological information, geologists have first Earth's history into sections, which are eras, periods, and epochs. Fossils evidence shown that the existing of life starts about 3,800 million years ago, but complex life appeared about 600 million years ago. As time goes by, the life forms changes or evolve. Fossil data allows geologists to list and differentiate rocks within geological time. An example of it is the dinosaur fossils that can be found during Mesozoic era, some 345 to 65 million years ago. Geological timescale. Era. Cenozoic, 65 million years ago, present. Age of recent life. An era of geologic time from the beginning of the Tertiary period to the present. Its name is from Greek and means new life. Mesozoic. 248 to 65 million years ago. Age of medieval life, an era of geologic time between the Paleozoic and the Cenozoic. The word Mesozoic is from Greek and means middle life. Paleozoic, 544 to 244 million years ago. Age of the ancient life, an era of geologic time from the end of the Precambrian to the beginning of the Mesozoic. The word Paleozoic is from Greek and means old life. Period. Quaternary, 1.8 million years ago. The second period of the Cenozoic era, it contains two epochs, the Pleistocene and the Holocene. It is named after the Latin word quatern, for at a time. The several geologic eras were originally named primary, secondary, tertiary, and quaternary. The first two names are no longer used. Tertiary and quaternary have been retained but used as a period designations. Tertiary, 65 to 1.8 million years ago. The first period of the Cenozoic era, after the Mesozoic era, and before the Quaternary period. Cretaceous, 145 to 65 million years ago. The age of the dinosaurs, the final period of the Mesozoic era. The name is derived from the Latin word for chalk, creta, and was first applied to extensive deposits of this age that form white cliffs along the English Channel between Great Britain and France. Jurassic, 213 to 145 million years ago. The middle period of the Mesozoic era, it is named after the Jurassic